Hey guys, what's up? It's Dylan from PunchlineMagazine.com. Sitting next to me, as you can see, is the very tall, broad-shouldered Rob Delaney. He just, first of all, thank you. Thank you for being here, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Me.
Thanks for having me.
We're in the back of the UCB Theater here in New York City. Rob just minutes ago ended his one-man show, Bloody and Naked, Naked and Bloody, Naked and Bloody. I've already fucked things up. I like a lot of people, I think in the audience, know you very well from Twitter. You've made an art of it.
Thank you.
But maybe a lot of people aren't so familiar with what you do on stage, especially the show. So first of all, let's do a post-show wrap-up. How did things go? What do you think?
You know, my only criteria for a show that honest is, did I tell the truth about like how I felt and what I was experiencing, and did people laugh? And so people did laugh, thankfully, and it was everything I said was true. So I'm happy. I'm tired, and I had fun, but it's a heavy subject matter. So my only like goalpost or road marks,
Yeah, sure.
was I honest, and did I hear laughter? You know, I can't worry about theme or did anybody learn anything.
Right. Now, I totally get that you would be exhausted after a show like this. The show, how would you sum up the show? First of all, I mean, it's an extremely soul-bearing, like you said, very honest. Gets very dark, but with laughs. So, I mean, in short, can you explain what the show is about?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just a chronology of my quitting drinking, which began with me in jail in a wheelchair after having been in a car accident. I drove my car into a building, and from the 4.5 months after that, I was I was sentenced to rehab and a halfway sober living house. And so my only goal is to give an honest survey of what happened, and not in too lessony of a way, but just try to punch it with some funny anecdotes and stuff, and have there be some laughs, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I think you've done that. Towards the end of the show, what I thought was really interesting is that you explained that your wife is pregnant.
Yes.
How far along is she?
7 months.
That's exciting. So as soon as you said that, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
As soon as you said that, a question popped into my head, which is, now that I'm going to ask it, what would you like your child? Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I don't. We chose not to find out.
Okay, me too.
Oh, cool.
I have a boy. 2-year-old.
Right on.
Yeah, it's you're gonna have fun, I think. But what have you learned? I mean, obviously you've learned a lot. You explain it during your show. What do you think you've learned that you can apply now to being a parent?
I guess honesty and kindness are probably the best things. I mean, you got to teach your kid to like work hard and be smart and stuff. But you got to tell the truth, and you got to love them. You know, I mean, and I know that. I was gonna say it sounds silly. It probably doesn't. I mean, that's the recipe for making, I think, a good person.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I don't pretend to know anything about parenting, but that's what I'll aspire to do. Is just create opportunities for them, engage them. Mentally, and train their sense of humor and stuff. I don't know.
Right.
If you can do that.
I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, just engage them. I mean, like, we have friends who have babies. I don't have any, but I love babies. And I love seeing their little minds learn things and figure them out. So I'm not thinking much beyond, like, infancy, where I'll just try to, like, show things that are light and dark and shiny and soft, and just, like, make sure we engage all the corners of its little brain so that it can, have a nice adulthood.
Got it.
And tell the difference between shiny and soft things.
Right. Well, that's good. It doesn't sound like you're scared or apprehensive at all.
I'm both of those things. I
Are you?
totally am, but I try not to let it overwhelm me because I think everybody seems to be the case. So, and you will make mistakes, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying not to get like angry about myself before I make terrible mistakes. I'll wait until after, and then get very angry.
Got it. Where I'm going to let you go in a second. This show, you've been doing it. You've done it in LA.
Yep.
This is the first time you've done it in New York.
First time I've done it in New York. Yeah.
So what's the future of the show? Is it? Do you want it? Where do you want the show to go, or has it gone where you want it to go?
No, it's funny because I did it a bunch of times in LA, then I recently did it in Seattle, and now I've done it in New York, and the more I do it, the better it gets, the freer I feel to go off in different directions and extrapolate. So I'm trying to kind of give it a stand-up hour skeleton, you know, so that there's a common thread and all that. But, so yeah, I do want to continue to do it. I'm going to do it at San Francisco Sketch Fest. And just let it evolve. I never would have thought to have done it. As I said on stage, I think one-person shows are a reprehensible, disgusting thing that only the worst people do, and I mean that. It's gross. I mean, I would rather watch somebody masturbate. Like, of course, I'd like watching women masturbate.
Sure,
I would rather watch you masturbate than do some one-man show. Ugh, and so I never thought that I would do that. But then I did a show at the UCB in LA. This guy, Matt Price, who's very funny, has a storytelling show. He had me come in, I did like 15 minutes, I told some of those things, and the amount of laughter cocaine that it made that I could put in my nose was very powerful. And I am addicted to people laughing at me, so I said, damn it, if it received laughs to rival any of my most successful stand-ups, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it.
You should do
I'm
that.
sorry I just swore.
No,
But,
it's good.
I made it pretty far without swearing. So I want to continue to do it, just much like you would do an hour of stand-up on the road, and it would totally continue to evolve. It's harder to practice a one-person show, so if I'm doing it once every 2 weeks or once every month, that's kind of good for like a one-person show that doesn't have a run in an off-Broadway theater. So yeah, the show has growing to do, because I discovered a bunch of new things tonight. I said many, I probably said several hundred to 1,000, I don't know, words that I had never said in it before, so it was definitely, it's a living, breathing thing, and I hope that sounds pretentious enough that I just called it a living,
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely it does. No, but it's a great show. The folks in San Francisco at Sketchfest should definitely check it out. When is that exactly?
the 27th, I believe, is when I do it in San Francisco.
All right, so check that out. Check Rob out on Twitter at Rob Delaney. And you have a Tumblr, don't you?
I do, yeah. You can just robdelaney.com. Gets you to my Tumblr.
Right. Rob, listen, congratulations on the show. Congratulations on your impending fatherhood.
Thank you, Dylan.
Congratulations on your sobriety.
Thank you.
I'm Dylan Gideon of PunchlineMagazine.com. See you guys.